nature of monopoly markets in detail. So before going in detail, let us see what are the main features of this monopoly one by one first. So first feature, we can say that it is one seller and large number of buyers are existing, and there the product that the seller is going to sell will be the unique product, and there will be barriers to enter into this market. So restrictions will be there to enter into the market and sell the product. And the profit maximizers, these sellers will be concentrating on profit maximization, and they will be fixing the price of the product, which by which we can say that it is price makers. And they will be selling the product at different prices at different markets, which we will call it as price discrimination. Discrimination is nothing but the different prices. So let us see in detail each and every characteristic with examples. One seller and a large number of buyers. So by seeing the heading itself, you can say that there will be only one producer who is going to produce that particular product or service. This is not only applicable for products, it may be applicable to the services also. And the entire market will be served by this particular company only. So that means they are going to hold the whole market, not only in India. Sometimes it may be within the country, it may be monopoly company, or some companies will be all over world also. They are going to be as an monopoly markets, monopoly firms. So the whole industry will be under this particular single company. So examples we can take IRCTC, which is the one single seller within this India. So they are going to hold the 100% of the market in railways now. So that you can take example for this one single seller. And there are more number of buyers, no? That means the public will be utilizing that IRCTC services. So, and there is no alternative for this. Other railways are not existing, private railways or any other railways. So that example you can give here for one single seller and large number of buyers. And in case of unique product, unique means this will be completely different due to creation or due to any formula that the company is going to use. That product will be unique in the market, and you cannot substitute another product for that particular product, no? So for this example, best example, you can take this Nestle Cerelac. Cerelac is the product, no, which is the product of Nestle company. So as we have seen in the previous examples that when we was discussing about the examples in detail, we have discussed now. So I will go fast here. So Cerelac is the infant product. That means that will be utilized for the babies below 6 months. So you cannot have close substitute to substitute with the Cerelac. So due to which this Cerelac is an unique product. This became unique product. So due to which this Nestle became the monopoly company in this baby food industry. So as I have explained, this was the company which was set up in Switzerland, but that is holding the Indian market for a century of period. So this is the example you can give for unique product. And coming to the other feature, barriers to entry. High barriers are there. So that means high barriers means no other sellers will be given permission to enter into this market to sell the product or to produce the product. Now you can take this HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics India Limited. So even though some private industries are, if they want to enter into this also, the government will not give them permission to enter uh, into this field to produce the aeronautics. So due to which they became the monopoly industry. So no other private people can enter into this aviation industry. So because the government is restricting, we can say that it is a barrier to enter. And as we have seen that this HAL is going to produce the product of aircrafts. I'm not going in detail about all these things. You can write about that in detail while explaining, because already we have discussed in the previous class. And price makers means, as we know that it is in the hands of one single seller, automatically they will have the power of fixing the price of the product. So that indicates that they are the price makers. They will not sell the product at the fixed price in the market, at a price that was fixed in the market. They are going to fix price of their product on their own. So how they are going to fix this price means they will keep in mind how to maximize their profits. Based on that, whether they have to increase the quantity or whether they have to increase the price, that decision they are going to take. This is for this example, you can take this ITC, because they are holding 77% of the cigarette business in the Indian market. So they are going to fix the price of the product. Higher prices are going to, even though the price is increased, people are, because this is an habituated product, automatically, even though it is available for 20 rupees each cigar or 30 rupees each cigar, people will be purchasing. So that depends on the company that to decide that whether they want to increase the price or increase the sales, quantity of sales. So based on that only they will be bringing change in the price of the product. So their products we have discussed, So as Berkeley, Bristol, all these products are related with this ITC product. That example you can give here for price makers. And profit maximizers means how they are going to maximize their profit by either increasing the quantity of sales or by increasing the price of the product. This is the reason how they are going to maximize their profit. Because there are no competitors in the market, they can act accordingly. They can decide whether a quantity should be sold more because the production is done in the company is more, then they may reduce the price. Otherwise, if they feel that the production is less than the demand, so automatically they will increase the price of the product. So like that, they will be they will be acting, they will be taking decisions. So, but in both the cases, they are going to maximize their profits. And the profit discrimination. So these monopoly market firms, what they are going to do is they will identify the markets, whether there is an elastic demand or whether there is an inelastic demand. So if it is going to find out that there is elastic demand in a particular market, they will be very careful in fixing the price of the product. So if there is an inelastic demand indicates that there is no change in the sales of the product. So automatically in such cases, they will bring increase in the price of the product. So even the price is going to be increased automatically, the product will be sold. So that won't affect the sales. So, but this will be kept in mind by the decision makers while they are going to bring change in the prices. So that means depending on the market's demand, whether it is elastic or whether it is inelastic. Based on that, the prices will be differentiated from one market to the other market. So all these are the features that we can say that it is related with the monopoly markets.